As a YouTuber being classified as an independent journalist, of course the First Amendment means a lot to me. So we're going to be visiting the still under renovation First Amendment Museum. As you can see, about a block away from the Capitol building is the First Amendment Museum. Now, tours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But to make sure it's open, go to www.firstamendmentmuseum.org. Now, you do have to be careful because there is almost like a hidden driveway that you drive up right off the main road. You can easily miss it. In fact, we did. We had to go around the block and come back to get it again. Now, there was some renovation going on at the time when we came by, and they do have handicap parking and a handicap ramp, as well as a few parking spots back here. Hello. It's okay if we take pictures? Okay. And in the old foyer, there is a handicapped accessible bathroom. Here's something I thought was really interesting. Here is a picture of the building, how it used to look like, compared to what it's going to look like once the renovations are complete. Awesome. And off to the left is going to be where the old living room area was, is going to be the library. So this is definitely going to be a brilliant First Amendment museum once they are done. Here's kind of an interesting picture. It's a picture that was done right in front of this fireplace. Neat. Of course, going upstairs, this is the original staircase. And we'll start in the back, moving front. Now there are a couple of rooms that are under remodel progress, so we can't go in there. But this is going to be the banned book room once they are done with the renovations. You can kind of see here kind of the original plaster, which is neat. But these are banned books over the years. Now, of course, in Florida at the time of this video, there's a lot more banned books that would go on here. But as of right now, these are the main titles of banned books, like Goodnight Moon. That was a surprise for me. Didn't realize that would be on there. But each one has these little, like, why they were banned and such. And some of them are, my opinion, quite ridiculous. But somebody decided in a library or something, or one of the employees, that it wasn't appropriate, so they pulled the book. And they also have other types of censorship here. And of course, through American history, a lot of the censorship did have to do with religious ideologies and how it offended certain religions, so we did have to censor in this country, or at least people believed they needed to censor. Now in here is going to be the current events lab. In here, now it is again being renovated, but it's open up just to show you how they are renovating and how the original structure was, which I think is really neat. And you can see over here the original electrical connections that would never ever be approved today. Look at that. And in this room they have Freedom Writers, which has a lot of different prints, different political cartoons, religious cartoons, anti-religious cartoons, pretty much anything that people believed, people wanted to put across an idea, challenge the system. This is what this room's going to be. And in the adjacent room is going to be, of course, how other persons fought the system, challenged the system. And there is going to be a multimedia playroom set, which is, I think, is going to be awesome once it's done. Sorry about the flickering, but each room you go in, the lighting is a little bit different, so the camera just can't keep up. So my apologies for that. But this is kind of an idea, a mock-up of how the playroom's going to be. There's going to be certain types of activities that the children can do, just to show in real time how, you know, the freedom of petition is done, how laws are brought forward, or bills I should say are brought forward and made into laws. So it's going to be a nice little gimmick, but also a nice way to show especially younger kids how things work, how it can be very complex, but at the same time how things are actually done. And they even have an original copy of the Apple Daily, which is the last edition of that Hong Kong paper before Chinese rule took over again and they lost democracy. Now again, this is very much a work in progress. We got to see the ground floor, so to speak, of this new museum, which I think is a very, very neat opportunity. An opportunity that most people don't have, so I do feel very lucky in having that opportunity. Now, just as a general bit of information, this museum is nonprofit. They are nonpartisan, and they have no religious affiliations. So what you see is done on a very generic basis, and they try to do it without bias.